Hey everyone, it's John here. I just wanted to say once again, thank you to the League of Women Voters for bringing all the candidates together to share our perspectives and point of view. I want to thank everybody for participating, and I especially wanted to thank Seth and Elizabeth for doing an absolute brilliant job of explaining the issues and bringing up some great ideas throughout the conversation. One thing that really struck me that both of them talked about first was Seth, in clarifying what we're doing, who we are, and why we're running. Yes, we're all running as Democrats, but we felt it was important that we run our own campaign, which is why you hear the term independent. It means that there isn't a committee or a leader that's dictating what we should do or what we should say. Every material you see, every video that's produced, everything that we discuss comes directly from us. And sometimes we agree, a lot of times we agree on our perspective, and sometimes we don't. And we talk it through, and we come up with a solution. Because it's important to have diversity of thought and people coming from different perspectives. And that leads me to my second point, which is something Elizabeth said in her close, which I think is so important. When you're picking someone to represent you on the council, and when you look at the composition of the council makeup, you want to make sure that people have different life experiences and different professional background experiences representing you on the board. You don't want to, on the council. You don't want a sea of sameness up there. So in us, you have Elizabeth, who's a public health official. She's a nurse practitioner. So she sees patients. She understands healthcare policy. That's something you definitely want on a town council. Seth is a professional litigator. He works with municipalities all the time. He knows how to fight for issues. He knows how to interpret laws. I mean, you definitely want that on a town council. And in me, and it's something that I mentioned a couple times during League of Women Voters, we have no one in our town government or on our town council who has a history of being a strategic communications counselor. And I think if you look very closely at all the policies and all the challenges that we heard at the League of Women Voters, that issue of communications comes back over and over and over again. They're simple things, they're complex things. We really need someone who can dissect the communications and make sure that we're having a dialogue with each other and not just being transparent, like looking through a glass window and not being able to provide our perspective. So I hope you'll take all these things into consideration. Of course, if you ever have any questions, you can reach out to us, johnssethelizabeth@gmail.com. Stay safe, everybody.